Hello and welcome. My name is Jay Kohler. I'm with VX3 out of Phoenix, Arizona. We wanted to throw together a quick little demo to show you some of the ways that we're utilizing our technology. With the meeting event space changing and going online and virtual for at least the foreseeable future, we thought we would use some of our existing technology and show how we're repurposing that in order to get a more interactive and more engaging experience for your audience. The problem with online meetings is they tend to be a little bit two-dimensional and flat. Everything looks like Zoom or Microsoft Teams with people in a window, and there's not a lot of interest. So we thought we would offer up a little bit higher-end experience, and we're going to show that to you today. What you're seeing here is me on a stage that we put in and installed in our warehouse in Phoenix, Arizona. Behind me is an LED wall, which makes for a great backdrop that is completely customizable and changeable. And we have great control over color and the overall look, allowing us to get a background for maybe a main keynote presenter without having to do a lot of video trickery or green screen action or anything of that sort. But the big thing we wanted to show you today is how we're using our holographic technology in order to spice this up a little bit. I'm going to bring in my colleague, Paul. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Hey, Jay, how are you?
Great. So I'm actually still standing here on stage by myself, and Paul is in another room on the other side of the warehouse. He's able to see me and interact with me, and he's able to do this in real time. Now, this place where Paul's at right now can be in the same building and quite remote, or it could be across the world in another studio, and we could pipe it in via the internet. The important thing here is this is completely non-touch, and it's completely safe when we're worried about social distancing. And as you can see, Paul's here on stage with me, but he's not really there. He's actually just a hologram. So Paul, tell us a little bit about where you're at.
Well, so I'm standing in a separate room, roughly 100 feet away from the studio, and we have various lights and cameras set up. We have a monitor here with cameras so that I can interact directly with Jay. I can see him, I can see what he says, and he can interact with me directly.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Paul. Appreciate it. So another way we could utilize this technology is to enhance the presentation. Part of the issue with having the web-based presentations is in order to show content, you have to either replace the speaker or you have to do a picture-in-picture or a split window. And it works very functionally great, except it gets a little boring and everybody's seen it. So utilizing our holographic technology, we could also creatively use our content to give a presentation. So I could be on stage and give my presentation, have graphics that look a little bit more interactive, look a little bit more in 3D space, and are able to have a real good interest. So you could see that we could have data and words, and they show up just great. And we could even do bar graphs or pie graphs or anything else of that sort. So here I have a bar graph, and as you can see, there's no video trickery. I could actually walk behind it, and I could even point to what I want to point to have a little bit more of an interactive presentation. And it just adds a little bit more production value and a little bit more interest to showing content to a web-based audience where engagement and retention is a little bit of a challenge. So that's pretty much our demo. Just wanted to take a real quick look at some of the things we could offer when you're thinking about your virtual meetings or your online-based meetings and you needed to step it up a notch. Our contact info is on the back side of this video, or you could always find us on the web, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot.